guys, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miriam and welcome to Healthy Habits. Today's episode, I'm super excited that you're here. Today's topic is going to be what as a parent you can do or you can be yourself first so your kids can learn and see the best version of yourself. And I know that I've done an episode about parents, the things are thought, not taught, but today especially I want this to be around intimidation in general. So as a parent, you have a huge role so your kids don't intimidate other kids. So this is the topic that we're going to talk about. I know it's a very, very serious topic, but I think that it's very important and it's a healthy habit to act as a parent the right way so your kids don't even think to initiate to intimidate other kids. If you only knew how many kids are sad before going to school, during at school, after school, just because someone else's kid intimidated them or said bad things to them or acted not the right way, it's really sad to imagine, especially our childhood has a huge impact of how our future will be. And that's really sad to imagine that kids go through that because that situation that happened, I don't know how many years ago, if you're an adult now, I don't know how many years ago it happened. When you were a kid, it will really follow you and have a huge impact on your adulthood, and whether you are 20, 30, 40, doesn't matter. So that's why I wanted to talk about this. And I don't blame the kids. For intimidating others and not being nice to others, I don't blame the kids. I blame the parents. Because when the kid comes home and they see their parent to gossip a lot, to talk not great things about others, to literally being not nice to each other, that even their parents, they're not nice to each other. They yell to each other. They say not great things to each other. They don't respect each other. How do you think that the kid will react and act once the kid is on his or her own? Whether it's at school, at sport activity, whatever it is. When the kid says it, he thinks or she thinks that it's normal. So how do you want them to act the right way? How do you want to respect others, to love others, to care about others, if when they come home, it's a total chaos in their house? When they see their parents not being nice to each other, the next day they go to school and they act the same way to others. Why? It's because they've seen their own parents, their role models, to act that way. So for them, it's normal. Do you see how it has an impact and how it's related to each other? So that's why I'm telling you that I blame the parents. And you will be like, yeah, but sometimes we discipline them right and their friends have a huge impact on them. I agree, but trust me, if they are disciplined the right way, if they see the healthy habits already when they're young, they're not going to be around kids that they know that they are not good for them. They're just not. They're going to be selective of their friends too. Yes, I agree. Friends have huge impact, especially for a kid, on their, personality traits and how they will act, how they will react in the future. But all it comes when they're literally were born, 5 years old. That's when it comes from. If they see their parents act the right way, they will be acting the right way as well. They will be selective who their friends are. They are not going to do things that they know it's not good. They are not going to do things that they don't see the parents do. Some parents literally smoke, drink every single day, and then they preach to their kids to not do it. How do you want them to not do it as well? If you as a parent, you do it, whether it's daily or as often as you would like, or if you don't care about you, if you don't care about your mind, your body, how do you want your kid to take care of their mind, their body, and be a better person in general in this life? It doesn't happen like that, because whatever kids see, they literally absorb, especially if it comes from their parents. That's why it's a huge thing to work on yourself right now as young as you are. It doesn't matter if you're 20, 30, 40, 50. It's because when you go a certain age, you have lots of responsibilities. When you already have kids, when you have multiple kids, significant other, a house, a mortgage to pay, a car rent, a grocery, and other worries and responsibilities, it's not like that day you'll be like, oh yeah, let me work on myself. You will feel like you don't have time, which is understandable. You won't have time. So right now, if you don't have that kind of responsibilities, now it's the time to work on yourself so you can become a better version of yourself, so you can become a better parent if that's what your goal is. Right now, it's the time. Not in 10 years, not in 20 years, not in 30 years. Right now, if your kids right now are young, it's still never too late. It's never too late when you decide it's the time. It's never too late. That means that timing for you, it was today or at that moment whenever you decide. But you need to decide, you need to put it here in your mind, in your brain, that you need to become better for you first and then for others. For you first and then for your significant other. For you first and then for your kids. And again, I'm not telling that only one parent needs to work on themselves. Ideally, it would be the both parents. We're not going to enter in gender roles, but both parents need to work on themselves so the kids can see and have a role model, especially on social media. If you don't see great habits, great just energy in general at home, they're going to be on their phones 24/7. And what do you think they're going to see? The things that probably they shouldn't see at a younger age, right? And I know that you're like, even if they see good habits, even if they see great energy at home, they can still see those things. Yes, it's true, but it wouldn't have the same impact because they know what's healthy. They've seen what's healthy because of their parents, or thanks to their parents in this case. They know. And once they know, once you are a better version of yourself, then your kids can be a better version of themselves, better kids, so they don't go and intimidate others. They don't go and laugh at any other kids, because it's a topic that literally breaks my heart, because there are so many things that when we are a kid we don't know. There's so many things that when we are a kid we don't know how hurtful a comment, a laugh, an action can be. When we are a kid, there's so many things we don't understand, and that's why it's up to us, future parents or parents, if you are one already, to work on on ourselves so much that our kids have a better future in all shapes or form. Yes, most of us, we are like, oh, when I'll have kids when I am financially stable. I'll have kids when I have a house. I'll have kids when I'm married. I'll have kids when everything is great in my life. I'll have kids when I am happy. What about you'll have kids when you worked on yourself? What about that? Usually we don't even think about that, which is the most important. Yes, it's important to be financially stable so you can provide for your family. It's important. It's important to be a happy person so your kids can feel that happiness and they can be happy themselves as well. It's important to have a decent home. It's important to all those things, I agree. But number one, before all of that, it's when you work on yourself, those things will come. When you work on yourself financially, you will be able to support. Because when you work on yourself, you know what you're capable of. You don't have those limitations in your head. Or could I have this amount of money? Or could I have this house? Or could I do this? Could I do that? Because you worked on yourself. So once you work on yourself, other things that you want, whether it's materialistic or not, will automatically happen. You need to work for it, yes, but it will happen eventually. But when you tell yourself, yeah, I'll have this, and then I'll have kids, when the kid comes, you have other responsibilities, you have this soccer game, other games, you have this to do, this vacation, this family member to see, this. It's like you're missing time to be like, okay, I need to be alone right now to work on myself so I can like be a better parent for your kid. Again, it's never too late, but if you can start now, why you would wait? It's going to be much harder if you wait. It's going to be much harder when you have the kids, whether it's 1, 2, 3 or more. If you have time right now, if you don't have that kind of responsibilities right now is the time to act. Wake up before it's too late. I'm sure you wouldn't want other kids to intimidate your kids. You wouldn't want other kids to make fun of your kids. So do everything that your kid doesn't do the same to them. Not by telling them, oh, today don't do this or do that. And when you go back to your spouse or wherever, you yell at them, you disrespect them. Kids, they notice that. And they will think that it's normal because their parents do that. And then when they go at school, other kids, maybe they're educated the same, maybe they see the same. So for all of them, it's normal now. But you're a better version of yourself. Your kid also will absorb those healthy habits as well. So I hope this episode helped you to realize the importance of working on yourself. I know that we hear often, work on yourself, go to the gym, work on your mind, read books, read podcasts, and we think, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it when I have time. I'll do it when I feel like it. I'll do it when I have that motivation. But do you see how deep it gets if you don't do it? What's the price you will pay if you don't work on yourself right now, today, at this moment? What's the price? Ask yourself, what's the price? And is this the right moment to work on yourself right now, today? Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope this episode helped you to see other perspective on the things that we hear a lot. Work on yourself, be better, blah, blah, blah. But it's very, very powerful and meaningful that we all could ever think. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and also ring the bell so you don't miss any healthy habits. Thank you guys. And before you go, don't give up for just one more day. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.